Hood Postman, Wisdom Winnie, Wisdom Wednesday, City, Hood, Click. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah. Lock the door on him. Lock the door on him. Hood Postman. Hood Postman. Reporting live. Reporting live. This the Hood Postman, come and check the program. You ain't from the streets, this is something you should know, man. Running from police, gotta grip the wheel with both hands. Speeding down the interstate, please do not approach him. 40s in the fridge, got the caddy in the driveway. Get all out of my face, I don't wanna violate. Looked up in the mirror and I told myself, why wait? We took this shit worldwide, you only in 5 states. Came from the 4 corners with my 4 quarters. Showed them the style, then they stole on us. Times got wild, then they told on us. Dog, it was hard, but we had to keep it rolling. You ain't gotta ask, you know where to find me. I be in the back streets where it get grimy. It's just me and Mel, Rennie looking bride D. I be going hard till I'm in the 5 C's. Know the vibes. I'ma do it till I die. I ain't never switched sides. I ain't never had to tell a lie. Let's ride. Know the vibes. I'ma do it till I die. I ain't never switched sides. I ain't never told them up. Lie. Let's ride. Hood Postman. 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 Hood Postman.
Hood Postman, Hood Postman. Be sure to click the notification bell, like, subscribe, and share. Drop a comment down below. Welcome to the show where you come in and take a look at your mind and see what's in your heart. Be sure to click the notification bell, like, subscribe, and share. Drop a comment down below so when the dope content hit, it's going to feel like it's the first and the 15th. This is not a glorification nor is it glamorization. It's always an education. Get on the bus and let me take you to school. Before they had handguns, they had fair ones. Man up. Man up. Go anywhere in the world and get a couple of lies, but you come right here to get the truth. And the truth you shall get. Welcome to another Wisdom Wednesday. Let's get to it. Refocus. Again, refocus. Refocus a ready-to-drink meal. It's 100% plant-based meal replacement nutritional shake, delivering over 26 essential minerals and vitamins. It has 16 grams of protein. It is a very active and healthy lifestyle that is dairy, nut, lactose, gluten, soy, and lactose-free. It is a wonderful meal replacement. You can purchase this product. It is a very good. Matter of fact, it is a Black-owned product. The very first plant-based. The guy is out of Pennsylvania. So be sure to go to Amazon.com, Walmart.com, or Amazon or SamClubs.com, and you can get these real replacements. They're very tasty. Right now, he has chocolate and vanilla. Very tasty, amazing, incredible drinks. I'm telling you, it is Black-owned. It's the go-to for right now. Let's do it. Let's get into it. Well, I'm here. Let's talk about it. Open discussion. Let's get to it. There are no absolutes in this world. There are no absolutes. I just want to say that. Of course, you guys know, been seeing everything on the internet. I want to talk about my homeboy, my loved one. He lost something that was very dear to him. That was his pride and joy. That was a treasure. That was him. Oh, and it's so hard and difficult when we lose someone. And I just want to say shout out to the Stave family. And I'm not going to give the details of nothing. I'll leave that to him to do later on. Right now, I want you guys to go over to his page, like, subscribe, and share whatever you have to do. Give your condolences, give words of encouragement, lift that brother up, and continue to encourage him to be the best version of himself because he's on the rise. And I want you guys to go over there and just lift him up because right now he needs it. We talked this morning, him and I, man, me and my homeboy, we cried like two big old babies. I mean, because he know how I feel about him, and I know how he feels about me. All this internet stuff, don't that's just something else. But the real man, and that's why I'm here today to talk about the spirit of a man. The spirit of a man is a flame within that radiates resilience. It's determination and courage. It fuels your passion and your dreams. It propels you through challenges and inspire you through to like and others to rise above certain circumstances and situations. It is a unwavering strength that guides us all. It guides us in through our in adversity. It gives us the audacity to confront our fears. That's what a spirit of a man is. And the person that drives it drives you to just excel in a way that 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 you be on purpose, and you do what you do. You just give everybody the best version of yourself. With empathy and uplifting those around you, the spirit of a man forces it forces you to defy limitations. It and you guys know how I feel about limitations. Limitations are only placed the ones you place on yourselves or you allow others to place on you. So you got to embrace that growth and leave your imprint and be inspirational, and you be a testament to boundless potential. It'll be the indomitable spirit of humanity to just put yourself in that mind space and be that incredible individual that you all know we can be as black men. I'm talking to black men. I'm not talking to Damu or Kiwe. That stuff is secondary. I'm talking to black men. Let's be black men because God created us in the best of circumstances. We are black men. And the moment we start acknowledging that, the more we can get back on rapport, where we have a continuous of community, of commonality, where we mirror and match one another. We continue to strive and uplift one another, encourage one another. Shout out to Monique Monk. Ian, what's happening? What's going on? I see you, DJ Vegas. Dominique, what's happening, bro? Uh, Panoy, what's going on? Cold Cut in the house. King Mike, Rennie Lowe. What's going on, Rennie Lowe? Rodney Scott, David Jackson, everybody that's joining, I appreciate you because it's important that we recognize each other because God created us in multitudes and many shapes and forms and colors and hues. Not so we despise one another, that we recognize one another. And the moment we start doing that, we can get back to what our full potential is. So I come in to do an open discussion, and I want to take some questions because here's the thing. Last night I had the BAM on. We talked about the four pillars, right? The four pillars of Compton Crippen, who led the way in prison, and I know that's important, and it's not important, but it is important if you get what I'm saying. The reason why it's important because it helped break away. It helped created a path for those who came behind them. And those individuals, however they did it, and you got to respect it. So, but there's times when things come up when people want to point fingers and kind of like say this and that, and that's fine. I get that part. But what you have better to offer is what I'll say to those individuals. What do you have that's better? And we can't get out on one another based on on jealousy, envy, or hate. And I'm not saying this that about any particular anybody or none of that. What I'm saying is that jealousy can hide in compliments, and envy can hide in support, and love can hide in hate. Just because they're giving it to you don't mean they have it for you. And we have to recognize that not only history, reason why history History is not always about what happened, but how we think about what happened. So when we delve in these areas, we just want to have just the best outcomes, and we just want to be able to explain it right to where everybody feel comfortable. Nobody feel like we're pointing the finger at them or we're on top of them. Shout out to Kiva Bolton, you was in there, and we just want to, we just want the best for our people, our culture. I know you guys been seeing the lady, right? That I don't know what state she was in and where this occurred. I think it might have been Texas. She come on everything and she shows everybody where she got hit with a brick, right? But what you saw was her slapping a white man and then her walking off, stooping down and jiggling her behind, twerking and whatever. And the next thing you know, she goes to another clip where her face is swollen. Let me tell you guys this. If you ever got hit with a brick, right? If you ever get hit with a brick, the brick is not going to swell your face, but it's going to be a big gash in your face. It's going to be a cut. It's going to be an open wound. It's not just going to be a swollen face for being hit with a brick. So now, come to find out, another internet scam. Another internet scam. She's done this before 3 years ago in another kind of situation, but the same way where she throw up after the situation, she throw up the GoFundMe. She got a GoFundMe up right now, trying to garner support, but at the same time, trying to use this cultural thing where you shame black men while you're doing what you're doing, right? She's I guess a feminist, and I think she's part of the lesbian community. So at the same time, she's just not doing good for our culture. It's not good for black men, you know what I mean, to misidentify, to misdirect and do these things, and then at the same time complain that black men is not coming to her rescue when it's a whole sham, a scam, a hoodwink, a flim flam. So I mean, you guys, this stuff is often like easy researchable. You don't have to take my word. You can go and look on other platforms and see what everybody was saying, and just acknowledge that. Yeah, rest in peace, gangster son. Rest in peace, people. I wrote gangster a poem that just showing my feelings about it, and just and hopefully that I can send him some words of encouragement in the rhythm of life. I spun those words and reached out to him, and we had, like I said, we had a great discussion. And I don't mean to be hopping around. It's kind of like this stuff just keep popping up in front of my mind because it's just what's happening, And I know him. I know eventually that he will open up and start talking and speaking again. But so just give him a little time, give him a little space. But at this time, I suggest just give your condolences, encourage him, reach out to him, send your words of sympathy, send a card, whatever you need to do, and just encourage that brother. I mean, because I'm a parent, right? I have 5 boys and 3 girls. Never would I imagine in my entire life that I would have to put them away before I go. We're we're the parent. We always, we know that generally, if we look at how life goes, usually the parents goes and the kids put the parents away, right? But parents nowadays seem to be putting children away, and it's for many various reasons. Nothing in particular that stands out, but it's for many reasons. And we just look around. Much love, man, out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Love your content and platform. Thank you. I appreciate that. And matter of fact, the company that I'll show you is out of your area. It's called Refocus. And that's what I do. I refocus when I'm ready. It's a ready to drink meal. It's first 100% plant based. And it's a shake. And it's a replacement meal that has a essential 26 minerals and vitamins and 16 grams of protein. Very delicious. Chocolate and vanilla. So you guys can purchase this right at out of Walmart. samclub.com, and amazon.com. It hasn't hit the stores yet. Hopefully we can get it in the stores soon. Appreciate you guys. So anybody have any questions? Shout out to Stan. What's going on, Stan? How you doing? Nothing like lose. Yeah, you're right, Monique. You're right. It's a very, very challenging and difficult thing. Very. None of us imagine this. None of us expect this because it takes us out of the order. Because but, in the chat, right on, bro. Much love, OG from Dago. Yeah, shout out to Dago. Shout out to my Dago people that's out there doing really well out there. I love San Diego. A lot to do. Culture very diverse. Chula Vista, very beautiful city. Oceanside, Cajon, and of course Black's Beach, right? Yeah. So, but going back to the lady, right? So this lady, I don't even know her name. I didn't even bother to look up her name. Once I found out that she was running a scam and she does these GoFundMe's based on putting out these large accusations and making this gentrification buyback. We got to buy back Rose Grants. Right on, keep it. And she putting out these generalizations. Well, not necessarily generalization, but making these accusations that's untrue, that is false, that is in under the banner of scam, flim flam. So you guys don't be don't be taken in by some of this stuff because the internet is becoming incredibly scamish. There's all sorts of kind of people doing all kind of things, and they don't necessarily reflect great outcomes and reflect our culture in a nice way. Because and I was looking at and you guys let me know if I'm right or wrong about this. I was looking at the Sexy Red and Sukihana, right? Now I appreciate the fact that they making money and they doing it, but I don't think they take into account of what impact or what their influences is to younger girls and how the world is going to take their version and believe that this is what black women do. No, black women are the most educated group in the country, if not the world. They have the most business acumen and savvy. Black women are really on the rise. Why don't we highlight the 50 something, well, was it 50 something, 30 to 50 something black judges that was elected to the bench last election? Why don't we talk about those individuals? She has a video claiming women are the protectors of the community, but now asking for male protection. She can't get no male protection, bro. That was a scam. That was a scam. And then, and that's why I go from that situation to the Sukihana and the Sexy Red. Now, all Sexy Red is making it back, but mark my word, right? You guys mark my word. At some point, in order to increase their watch or increase the followers, increase the likes and subscribes and shares, you're going to see them with either red bandanas or blue bandanas. Mark my word on that. There's not one rapper out there right now that when they get famous at some point, with the exception, I haven't seen Scarlett do it yet. I don't know. I don't know about her. I've been paying attention to her. And she seems pretty solid on what she's rapping about, not necessarily looking for the hoochie daddies or nothing like that. She seems to be saying some things, but not necessarily misogynistic, derogatory, or just saying some outright nasty stuff on the internet. So when these people do these kind of things, right, think about this. What impact is a Sukihana and a Sexy Red having on the world? Because they're now representing the ethnic identity of black women. So the world, if they're in China and they seeing these individuals because they're, they own the market, they're in this music genre and it's rap music, right? It's being propagated all over the world, being seen and shown as many times as maybe like that. Nanoseconds, it's flashing all everywhere, right? But they're not seeing black women as judges, business women. They're not seeing them as mothers. They're not seeing them in their day-to-day activities that reflects them in a positive light, right? And they seeing these ladies, they believe that all black women behave like that. See, that's the problem I have with that. And the second problem I have with that, what impact does it have on the younger girls? Now you see younger girls, 5 and 6 or 7 years old, twerking at Tommy Clown parties or whatever. It's just ridiculous. Christopher Munoz, yeah, they're too influenced to younger girls. Yeah, yeah, you're correct. And we have to at least have these discussions or acknowledge that this stuff is not good. Are they making a bag of money? Sure they are. Are they being culturally responsible? No, they're not. Are they being culturally competent? No, they're not. So this is the problem that I have with that. We need more Savannah James. Yeah, LeBron James' wife be very quiet. She's very quiet, but yet she's doing her due. When you see her, you see, that here's a powerful black woman that knows that has cooperation with her man and it's not looking for attention. See, these women, the percentage of women are very addicted to attention. But they don't know the difference between intention and attention. Intention is when a man intend to get down on one knee, propose, take care, be the maintainer, protector of women and children, and just be a provider. Attention is when a girl over sexualize herself and put herself out there on the sexual market because she believes that somehow she's going to get the guy that's making over 6 figures, 6 feet. They all have the same description of the type of man they want. And these are just average women saying this. Now, if you look at the Sexy Red, she looks, they've been saying that she looked like Young Thug. And the Sukihana looked like a small version of Roly Poly. Of the what is it, the Bad Beat channel. I'm just shaking, man. Shaking my head, man. It's sad, but they're making money. Yeah, they're making, and that's all they care about, Monique. They don't care what the impact or what their outcome is going to be as far as what the culture is. They do not care about that. All they care about is that money. They can make money now that they got everybody's attention. What happened to Chuck D, X-Clan, KRS-One, Poor Righteous Teachers? What happened to those guys? NWA changed that culture right there. When they bust out what they bust out, right? Was that the changing of the guard at that time? I don't know. It's questionable. And that's all. That's what they care about. Yeah, they care about that. They care about that money. That money is quite important. Money is important. Don't get me wrong. But a money and a fool shall soon depart. Top Banks, what's happening? What's happening? That's my guy, Big Top Banks. A money and a fool shall soon depart. Know that. And that's why there are no absolutes. Now, this stuff is very fleeting, and their time to be on stage is slim and probably 5 minutes, but they can have a better impact on the culture than what they're having. Cardi B lets her daughter listen to her own music. What do you mean by that? I don't think Cardi B let her daughter listen to her music. I don't know what kind of music she's referring to. Kiva. I don't think none of these artists would want their children listening to their music. That's what I believe. I could be wrong. But what you think about the spirit of a man, it's a flame within a radiant resilience. So, what kind of questions you got in regarding to anything in the culture, anything in the gang world, or anything that's on topic? I mean, not on topic, but necessarily what's in the news feed. Was trendy, so to speak. What's trendy? Once again, refocus. Refocus. You guys seem less talkative today. That was the change, yes. Mike, you say they're demons? What do you mean by that, Mike? Explain the demon part. I notice we quick to call things demons and devils, but I just like to know exactly what is your definition or what is your version of what that means to you. Oh, she don't let her daughter listen. Yeah, I agree with that. I 100% agree with. That's what I believe I heard her say before, that she don't let her daughter listen to that music. Yeah, the industry has no use for woke rap, and that's on purpose. What was the guy Lee Koa, whatever his name, that went on the Breakfast Club and they was asking him all them questions, and pretty much he said, "The heck with the people, I'm in for the business." Oh, Big Demon, salute Big Demon, right on. What's up, Big Demon? Big Demon in the house. Vegas, go man, y'all go check out the Vegas Chronicles, man. Check out Big Demon on the Vegas Chronicles. Shout out to Big Demon. I'd like to know what Big Demon still in the house? Do I believe that the work we put in the street come back on our kids? I don't know. I mean, there's many ways to look at that. I mean, it's all around, and what you're talking about is karma, and I believe that karma don't has no expiration date. And I think, but I think that we do have the opportunity to balance the scales by doing more, having more commitment, having empathy, showing prayer and meditation, and just kind of leveling it. Sexy Red literally talks about catching STDs and bragging. Oh wow, well that's interesting. Don't she know that she gets the STD that could be the end of her life? She's aware of that. Does she know that there's some things out there that science can't do nothing about, or modern medicine can't change it? Yeah, Rodney, I would have to kind of definitely agree with you there, because here's the thing: there's not really no music. It's not like when I was like I play horns, right? I'm a musician, right? I haven't done it in a while, but I should have just stuck with it. But whatever, something else happened. I went somewhere else. But anyway, I read both treble clef and bass clef music, right? So I understand arrangements. I understand scales and metronomes and different things and timing and 16 seconds and 30 seconds, 30 seconds and eighth notes and whole notes and quarter notes and half notes. I understand all that stuff, and F sharps and A minors and majors and B sharps and minors and majors, all that, right? Um, I don't think the kids that's in the music today understand none of that, period, because they got these computers, and what they're doing now with the emergence of AI, artificial intelligence, they really can just put some stuff together, and you won't even realize that they did it less than 5 minutes, and they want you to pay $40 or $50 for it, which is ridiculous. It takes the hood to fix the hood. What do you mean by that? I would like to see the books closed on gangbanging. Close the books. See, because if we close the books, that means gang banging will stop to exist because there's no recruitment. Then everything that's in is locked in, and then it slowly begins to evolve or just die out altogether. But close the books. Labels pay rappers and their influence is used against us. Yeah, I agree with that. If you get a chance, check your music. You would be a bro. That's why I'm having this discussion. I heard some EU. What she said, EU, or and then another one called Hood Rats, and what's the other one? Ground Pound, or something brown, and being pink and all. Yeah, man, I think that's just too much. That's too much. And then when you see little girls, 12 and 13 years old, like vibing to that, you're like, wow, where we going? Where we going with all this? Where we gonna land? Terrence, you really believe that? It's like a drug counselor who never did drugs, not effective. You were studying cars and scales with the gate? Yeah, I meant to say scales as well. Scales are very important. Skills and yeah, just practicing. That's how you get better with scales. Always. Always, bro. She's a plan to make the black woman look bad, but the only thing she made look bad is Papa. I don't think, well, I think Popeyes been, I was done with Popeyes when I seen all them people standing in line buying them chicken sandwiches and then actually fighting over chicken sandwiches. How about that? How was that? What did that do for the culture? Remember that? When all those black people were standing in line at every Popeyes known to man buying chicken sandwiches like it was, what they was cracked chicken or something? Matter of fact, they got a place in Vegas, I think it's called Crack Shack Chicken on the strip. But anyway, that's another story. L.A. Compton got to close the books on Crippin' and Blood Gang. Banging and the rest of the nation will follow due to y'all. Yeah, I do. I do agree. Because then if we just die it out, squash it, no more. Because where can we go? They down to where I think infants and embryos or something. Where else did they go? Seeds? Where else can they go with that? How far down the rabbit hole can you go with that? Oh, she made them look worse? Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Dr. Dre is a real technician. Dr. Dre actually old enough to come out of the music world with musicians. Like, you gotta admire the roots, right? You gotta admire the roots when you see them out there performing and actually using perfect. And there's a guy named Nucci, right, out of DC. Y'all go look for Nucci, and he does what this called the porch music. And he comes out and he has a whole band on his porch, and he comes out the door and just get into his little music, right? He's out of DC, man, and y'all go check him out, Nucci. He just comes out and he really does his thing. I like that. He got that kind of that vibe, that go vibe and everything with the band. It's real nice. I appreciate him. Chicago will still bang. Cali has no influence here. Are you proud of that? Actually, the number's been going down in Chicago as well. I don't know if you're aware of that. The numbers have been going down. I think a lot of that stuff be propagated by Police want to do overtime, want to do get hazardous pay, dangerous pay. I think a lot of that stuff is injected into it as well. Don't think there's not. It is that happens. Cali would influence Chicago if they stopped. Let me see. Let's see where we at now. We're on the West Coast, not ready to face banging no more. The world more tune in to Chicago games. I don't know. I don't know about that. Let me say this level of greedy, right? The Crips and Bloods are worldwide. I don't know if I could speak the same way for the Chicago games because you got Crips in Tanzania. Do you got GDs in Tanzania? You got Crips and Bloods in France. Do you got GDs and Vice Lords and the other ones in those places? You got Crips and Bloods in New Zealand. Do you have Vice Lords, GDs, and I can't get the other one. What's the Vice Lords, BDs? You understand what I'm saying? And it's not to shame them or anything, but what I'm telling you that the Crips and Bloods have a more impact on the world. And this is not a good thing. Don't get me wrong. This is not a good thing. But the world is more impacted by Crips and Bloods than it is by any other. And that's including the Mexican gangs and everything. Those gangs are in Africa. They're in the Middle East. They're in strange islands and different stuff. Don't take my word for it. Look it up, bro. Look it up. Don't take my word for it. Just look it up. It's just a fact. It's more Crips and Bloods in America than it is GDs and BDs. And that's why that's why I made the statement I made, because again, the Crips and Bloods are all over the world, bro. They in remote places that you would never even think they were there, but that's just because of hip hop has now just think about it. When you see hip hop, you're either gonna see a red rag or a blue rag. I don't know what the GDs wear or for us their rags. Maybe they use one or the other. I don't know. But when you look at hip hop is a more reflection of Crips and Bloods than it is of any other gang. And this is how that culture has traveled around the world, because a lot of hip hop artists have picked it up, whether they for real or not, but they carried it to those lands. They carried it to those countries. Look at the homegirl C Blue, Melissa C Blue. She comes over here from time to time. She'll come on, hey OG. She'll show up out of nowhere, get the call and tell them about OG. I want to, what's going on, OG? She speaks 6 or 7 languages. She's a cordon bleu chef. She's also a concert promoter. She does a documentary. She does a numerous of things, but why she would want to be a Crip is beyond me. When you have all that talent, why would you want to subject yourself to being a Crip? Like, what's so big about that? A lot of those shootings are done by cops in Chicago. You're right. GDs and BDs don't run Chicago. BDs are small gang here. Oh, okay. I don't know. I'm just asking, bro. I don't, like I say, I'm not trying to be offensive, but I am trying to be educated. Educate me on it. Educate me on it. Because that's what we're here for. We're here to be educated, not to be miseducated. GD movement is like the Crips. They everywhere. Okay. But what I'm saying don't answer that question. Are they in Africa? Are they in France? Are they in Germany? There's a guy that reached out to me from Scotland. And then there's another guy that reached out to me from Germany. And all they want to talk about is Crips. They know Big Tookie. They know Raymond. And they know Puddin'. They know LB. They heard a bartender. These people know these people. And they have never been to this country. How do they know them? Uh-huh. LAPD was getting fat like hogs off that crash. Right. You're right, Rodney. You're right. In 20 years, it could be good. That's just what I believe. Yeah, yeah. We don't wear no rags. Okay, that's fine. That don't make you less than. Let me say this, guys. Difference don't mean less than. Difference don't mean deficient. Difference just mean it's just different. But it don't. Whether you in Chicago, Milwaukee, Gary, Indiana, New York, Baltimore, or you down in Dallas, Fort Worth, or you even over as far as New Jersey, or DC, or the Twin Cities out there in Minnesota, those dudes are just like Compton. They just like DJ Quick said it best. It's just like those dudes are just a gangster. But what I'm saying, the culture itself, the gang culture, the Crip and Blood culture, has a greater impact around the world than any other gang. Don't mind me, just watch it. But go ahead, lock that door on that. Lock the door on that. Yeah, that lifestyle is attractive. Why was Frank Sinatra attracted to the give? So Frank Sinatra, so even in that time, you had music guys who were attracted to gangsters, right? That hasn't changed. That still continues, right? Chicago gangs is more business orientated than Cali, who Cali bangs like a deadly neighborhood watch. Yeah, man, I won't disagree with you there. They're more Chicago is more organized. They have governors and different people that run to keep the structure together. At least that's what it was when Larry Hoover and Jeff Ford and David Barksdale and those individuals had it. You know, I don't know what it is today. Maybe you can enlighten us on it, Frederick. She doesn't sound like a Crip. Yeah, hey, I'm not gonna argue with you on that. I'm not. But she sure know how to Crip walk, wear the blue rag, and say neighborhood and all that. She sound like Lupe with Crip and neighborhood, bro. You know. No. You're right. No. I get it. I get it, Frederick. No, it wasn't. I didn't feel like you disrespected me, bro. I didn't feel like it's. That's what this channel was about. This channel was about communication, love, embracing one another. I want to get that Chicago history, and I'm not discarding it. I think it's important because let's think about it. The Chicago history started from the 20s. This Cripple Blood stuff started in '69, bro. So you guys are more political savvy. You guys knew how to set up, put yourselves in position to have resources and bring resources into your communities. You guys are very shrewd in that area. That's where the Crips and Bloods, they lack the energy, the intellect. They don't have the mental gymnastics or the testicular fortitude to handle that type of business in the way that Chicago does. I don't know what it is today, but back in the day, that's what it was. They were very politically connected. Just on the stuff that I read about Jeff Ford and Larry Hoover and David Barksdale. Okay, because yes, they're overseas. Okay, got it. Oh, young DJ. Crips Strapped and Strong is a documentary about Dutch Crips. They even came to LA. Yeah, see, that's the point. See, that's the point right there. He made the point. You're right, bro. You know they got Santanas in Tanzania, Africa. Can you imagine that? I mean, I don't want to have nothing to do with it, but I'm just saying that's what they say. You know. But the problem with all that is that, right? And this is another reason why I say close the books, right? Because you get all these individuals. Now, when you look at whether it's Crips or Bloods, right? You put a bunch of Crips and Bloods in a park, you won't be able to tell which one is which. They all look the same. They all wear skinny jeans, draws out the back, 10 chains on their neck, all the tattoos on their face or whatever. Maybe you get close enough to read some tattoos, maybe you can distinguish who is who. But other than that, you will not be there. Then you got these guys like, and I'm gonna use this as a hypothetical. This is a hypothetical. This is not like a real thing, right? But I'm just trying to give you. It could be, but I don't know. Like you'll get some Timberlanes and some Hoovers riding on some eight-tray Crips. You'll get some Santanas and some looters riding on some other Pyrus. You understand? This is what they do now. These are what these kids. So this stuff is just ridiculous. None of it should be because all of it represent CK represent color man killer, BK represent black man killer. It's all about putting black bodies in the morgue. Every weekend, black people fill the morgue up with other black people. Every weekend, whether we in Chicago, LA, Detroit, Memphis, whether we in Baltimore, New Jersey, wherever, New York, it's just the facts. It's just the facts. I was looking at that last Rolo video and finished watching it. What's up, Mel? Did you take it down? Yeah, I took it down, bro. I took it down because here's the thing, right? I don't want to be seen like I'm being offensive or I have a dog in the fight. Rolo is a friend of mine. He's a very passionate guy, and when he feels like he's being attacked, he's gonna come out, man. That man got them big old African bull masters in his backyard and them other King Corsals, man. He is just as vicious as them dogs he got. So yeah, you can't, you gotta respect. He's had a lot of trauma, So I don't try to change his story. Whatever his story is his story. I don't have nothing to do with that. But people are trying to make you feel like, oh, I'm doing it. They'll call me, oh yeah, you that. They'll call me that Crip nigga. I'm gonna use the word. That's how they said that Crip nigga. I'm not a Crip nigga. I'm a man. I'm a black man. Now, if that's what your limited mind tells you that's what I am, that's that's your fault. Because you didn't educate yourself to see better and know better and listen better to what's coming from me and watch my behavior to understand I'm much more than what you just referred to me as being. Understand that part. Get that together. Like I said, you lack the mental gymnastics and the testicular fortitude to even sit down and have a decent conversation to understand why that man is even like the way he is. But you want to say that he's lying and all this stuff. I get that. That's whatever. But I'm not finna tell him not to do something. That's on him. That's his manhood. He knows what he want to do as a man. I can't tell the next man what to do and what not to do. Only thing I can do is be responsible for what I do. See, every man is responsible for his own self. You fashion your life with your own two lands. So be accountable. Okay, now that's done. All varmints and brotherhoods and brotherly love is looked up and attracted to young men. Oh, man. The youngster generation around the world nowadays still feel more tuned in with Chicago, even in our lingo change out here. We ops and dreads, we use wear breads. I don't know when the dreads came to popular here. Okay. That stuff you just said is now just across the board, bro. It's not just, limited to you guys. Oh yeah, well, Christian Bloods, that's a true statement, Vladimir. That's a true Christian Blood sprayed it everywhere because of cocaine. Yeah, that's a very true statement. Very true statement. But here's the thing, right? Don't tell me what you feel. Tell me what you think and tell me what you know. Because if you're telling me what you feel, then it's not, it can be inaccurate. You understand? But tell me what you know. The Chicago dudes knew in 19 were players, furs, and Cadillacs. Shout out to you paying them to be pimps. I didn't know about Chicago gangs to the 90s. Smash that like button. Right on, Marlena. See, Marlena know how to change the mood. Miami does it though. I hope not. I hope not, Marlena. I hope not. I think SAG did that. Let's see where we at. I just feel that the focus shift in 2012. Before that, we was first the full show, and while we was more getting things better here, it was dividing and killing and drill music. Drill music is that's another problem. That nihilistic type of music, dark and deaf and just evil. You know, look at that. Look at that King Bond guy. You know, now you come and find out he playing both sides of the fence. You know, he a boy girl or something. I don't know. I just saw the video. I didn't really look into it. I didn't really care to even know about that part because it was insignificant to me in regards to what I do and try to understand. Sexy red is a blood. Oh, see, there it goes. Sexy red is a blood. See, I told you. I'm telling you, man, every time you see one of these rappers, they're gonna be claiming this blood or crip stuff, man. And more or less the bloods are more popular right now. They're more popular. Just keeping it a buck. They're more popular. Shit, blood from St. Louis. That's cold. Yeah, but Chris Wayne, Lil Wayne, and all them, they had blue rags at first, Kiva. Then they switched over to the red rag. How's that work? American Me sort of put a strain on Sereno's reputation. KBC in South Sudan. What does that mean, Vladimir? Rolo Wick. Rolo was unhinged. He was. We gonna get back to him now. Don't think we ain't. That's my partner, you know. Hopefully he finds peace. Definitely. I think he's working. Definitely. You know, you ought to see Rolo's garden. Rolo garden and his watermelon patch and his vegetables and his greenhouse for his marijuana. Man, he got trees back there, bro. Trees. Very dynamic individual. Very dynamic. Self-supporting, sufficient, independent man, you know. Got a great deal of respect for him. E Money, what's happening? E Money in the mailroom, y'all. I'm gonna let Pat. I'm gonna let him tell you guys because that's his position, not mine. That's my homeboy. I know what happened, but I'm gonna let him when in his time, when he get ready, he'll tell y'all exactly what happened. But just go over and send him your condolences and send him some words of encouragement, lift him up, and just pray for him. You know, that's what you can do for now. You know, until he's ready to let that other part out. I'll wait for him to do that. But know this, me and him, we had a great conversation this morning. We were both crying on the phone and talking and you know, just talking about old times and we brought up some things, you know, and you know, it just happened. I don't like to even know that this is why, you know, but man, it's difficult. I'm telling you, it's very difficult. I watched Beeper from just a little baby when he used to be up at Gangster's Pager style, playing with the beepers, you know. It's difficult. What I'm speaking is official, like a referee whistle. There you go. Sudan, man. What about the Somalians, man? They some characters too. Somalian pirates. What's the difference between drill and what Mosey and Nipsey and YG do? And you see Draco. I don't know what's the difference. I really don't. I listen to Nipsey and maybe a little bit of YG. I'm very familiar with Nipsey because when he dropped that Victory album, I thought the Victory album had a lot of substance to it, bro. I can really vibe to that. I think the entertainment business pushes the California games because it's near Hollywood. Yeah, that's content. Content capital of the world. I wish Wack 100 would put everything on Pacoima. Not problem. I don't know. Hey, you know, that's dead. I don't know. Well, I think it's like forum shopping, Kiva. You know what forum shopping is? Is when you shopping for a bigger venue. So if you say that's on Paru, that's bigger, right? Then if you say that's on Pacoima, see how soft that is. So I think it's a sense of forum shopping. Hey Michelle, how are you? Y'all playing with Kiva talking about the left pocket. Let's off shots film. Shout out to the Bay Area with my partner Lil D, Daryl Reed, Black, out of the 6'9" field, and my boy JB, James Beasley, out of Frisco, out of the Bay, Hunters Point. They're my cats out there. They're my dogs. Big Dunk out there. Mm-hmm. T Flats. Yeah, they're my guys. I was in the feds with them, bro. Shout out to them cats, man. Them Bay cats. Them gay cats is organized too. They move like in organization type of way. Yeah. Don't sleep on the Bay. Do not sleep on them. One West. I thought Rolo Wick was scared because of the roster looking at police. Believe. Call you back, bro. Call you back. I'm on live. Because the Dahoodpostman standing with different hoods, I think you can bring about a lot of brothers together in peace between the God. You know what? That would be just awesome. That would be like huge, bro. That would really be huge. You know, I'm for it. Like I say, I think it's just a matter of getting the right people because listen, all these neighborhoods got anywhere from I'm gonna say 3 to 6 guys that are real good, that fire that thing, right? The rest of them is like King Baba Louie said, 25% are the real MFers and 75% are the cheerleaders. It'll be easy to get the cheerleaders to go if the rest of the guys, you talk to that 25%. If you got that 25% and set them down and you was able to make an inroad with them and make an agreement with them, because it's all about resources, let's be honest. If you put the right resources on the table and you provide them brothers with a way to get some money besides whatever other things they've been doing, I'm sure they would change their mind. But the government is not willing to do that because I think the government is more satisfied with building prisons, jails, and institutions that keep the money flowing their way based on your inability to control your emotions. See, because that's part of it. If you can't control your emotions, you have these eruptions and these outbursts. You do things that's going to cause you to jeopardize your freedom. Then they come in and take charge and take control and gaffle you up, put you under arrest, and then run you through the system. And they run you through the system as long as they can because they got private industry and prison industrial complex associated and attached to it. There's no longer Jim Crow, there's Jim Crow Esquire. Other words, the racism is in the law. The law is what they're using to exercise racism on you. Just look at Alabama, when the court has now rejected Alabama for their how they split up their communities and voting rights, right? So now the black people will have a say so in Alabama based on how they made them rewrite the Republicans made them rewrite I forget what they call it, the balance, or not the balance, but how they line up the how people vote in their areas for polls. Okay, yeah, the rappers from these different cities belong being Bloods and Crips because they've been there for 20, 30 years. Now I'm just speaking on the younger ones. Okay, thank you, man. Appreciate it. I'll be sure to let him know, bro. Salute the postman. Big Deb, what's happening, man? Big Deb, I ain't heard from you in a while, man. I hope everything is good with you. How you been, brother? I know you over there working hard, man, keeping the railroad running. Oh yeah, well, you know what? It's not even that, Pat. It's just like sometime in the heat of moment, we say things because we want to win the argument, right? And sometimes we just say things, it don't make it true. It just what it was said. But he knows me and I know him. Uh-huh. You did. You did, Riley. Facts. Hollywood and Cali gangs. I'm good, Professor. Right on, Michelle. Good to hear that. Get them likes up. Oh, you found out about me from Kev Mac videos? Yeah. Me and Kev Mac used to be together, man, doing our thing, man, out there getting the history, man. Like I say, history is not about just about history. It's about how you think about history because history is medicine for a sick mind. But within history, it has a variety of human experiences that we can teach and learn from. And that's what history is. Yep, that is that. That is that. But anyway, fellas, guys and girls, I've been here over an hour. Now it's time for me to depart. But shout out to the shots out. Let's off shots film. Devon Cartmore, you jumped in. Double up greedy. Marlena Williams, Postman Frederick, good discussion. Rodney Scott, great discussion. Kiva, they keep dropping the loves, keep dropping the information. Terrence Grant, thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you, bro. Everybody that joined in, Terry Balls, how you doing, Gangster? Gangster's doing good. I talked to him this morning, bro. He's doing good. I mean, as well as expected, you know. But like I say, man, me and him, we had a great moment on the phone. So, he's gonna, I'm gonna help him with all the homeboys. It's like a wraparound, bro. We come together, man. Shout out to the band, man. We come together like Autobots, man. Trust and believe that. We always have been like that. Always. See, because I want you guys to understand, and something that Bam said yesterday, that, and I'm not going to go back to that, but what I am going to say, you can't erase a history of good with one bad moment. You just can't. So when and I'm going to use Ant and Marcellus, Suma, and Heron, regardless to how people may feel or don't feel about them, they was great for the culture. Simple as that. Now, if you feel any other type of way, I welcome you to pull up your channel and get to work and say what you need to say, and then we'll top it with a rebuttal. Simple as that. So tune in. Shout out to the Bam. Appreciate you for dropping in, Bam. We'll definitely catch up, brother. Christopher Munoz and everybody that jumped in, man. I appreciate you guys, man, because right here I'm here for the homie, and I'm gonna go give him a call and see if he okay, see if he need anything, and We'll get back to it. Marlena Williams, you know what it is. Let's go.
Perfect grind all the time, baby.
Yeah. Cali Finest, baby. Proof of grind all the time. Music money. Got a dollar sign. Hub City. I'm a street nigga. Streets fuck with me. I'ma keep pushing products till the fans get me. It's guap off top. Diamond Cartier. That nigga wall won't give a broke bitch the time of day. They see me climbing. They see me shining. That's hard work. Proof of grinding. New money got me tipping in that 550. Ali, bad man, and I'm so pretty. I got that tech with me. That's my hater sprayer. Go big, grind now, nigga, play later. What can I say? I'm addicted to this paper stacking. And I don't talk about it. I just make it happen. Word on the block is that my shit go. Freaks for the low.
Shout out to the Mailroom Nation, the Mailroom Goons. I am Professor Melanie Mail. Marlena, go ahead and lock the door because we are gone.